morning guys, and welcome to my channel. This is episode 2 of my little project comeback I'm doing in terms of my emotional well-being and just how strong I am and with my standards and everything. Like, I just want to raise everything in my life because I had a little bit of a breakdown a week or so ago, thinking that I just hadn't improved in certain areas, and it really freaked me out. And so now I'm doing something about it, and it is the 9th of October today. And so I've done my crying, I've done everything today. Like, it all changes for me and onwards and upwards really. Last night I was a bit emotional, and so my skin and everything was just a mess. So I had a bath, I put a face mask on, which was really good, and eye masks and everything, and I just woke up this morning. My skin looked so much better, but I was just so tired under my eyes. Like, I feel like I could just sleep forever. Like, I'm just so tired, and it's just not a feeling I'm used to at all. But I had a shower, I did my really nice skincare routine, so my skin's looking so much better. Like, you should have seen my under eyes before. I looked like a mess. I feel so much better now. I've just had breakfast, and I'm about to go babysitting all day and night, so that's why I couldn't sleep in. But it'll be a really nice day. It's looking really cloudy, but we're gonna go to the movies, and they just got a baby puppy, so we're gonna play with him all day, and I'm feeling so much better. Like, I just feel free. I feel like weights have lifted off my shoulder. And I know, I was thinking, when I watch back on my videos, I know what I'm thinking about and talking about, so it makes sense to me. But then I realized I don't exactly explain my exact problems I'm going through. I'm very broad with it because it's very personal, but I still want to document it and share it with people because it can still help people in some way. Like, you could be watching this not worrying so much about what I'm possibly talking about, but you could be relating what I'm saying to you and your own situation. So I hope my videos do make sense. They make sense to me because I know what I'm referring to. But I think anyone can improve in their life and take a step back and see if they haven't been moving forward in certain areas, or there's things they want to change and stuff. And I just realized there were some things I really needed to change if I wanted to be really happy in the long term, and I've finally done that, which is a really big deal for me, and I'm just feeling so good, so much better. I'm just a bit tired. I just need to get over that. I just am waiting for the day where I can actually sleep in, and I just don't know when that's. Or maybe, do you know what, Sophia, maybe you just need to go to bed earlier. I went to bed really late. Yeah, that's probably my problem, is that I'm going to bed so late, but it's so hard. I'm so productive at night time, and I just had a late night last night because I was watching Harry Potter and I was having a bath and everything like that. But definitely just, I'll go to bed early tonight. Maybe that'll fix everything. To go now, baby. Sorry, let's go. Also, for anyone wondering, this is the mask I used last night. It's called the RE9 Advanced Cellular Renewal Mask by Arbonne. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's kind of a clear mask, and you're only supposed to have it on for like 7 minutes because it works really fast and really well. Hi. Hello, baby. Tell us. Hi. You're so cute. So, I'm currently babysitting, and it's very chill. It's quite a rainy, cloudy day, so we're just having some fun inside. We're going to go to the movies later, but I'm just feeling tired, so I'm making a cup of tea now, which will be super nice. And I've been editing, just hanging out with the kids really. babysitting all day. We've been looking after this little puppy, but we're trying to train him to be okay home alone for a bit because that's something he has to get used to. And so we went to the movies before and he kind of trashed the place while we were gone, which is a bit annoying, so we're just cleaning that up now. But the movie was so funny. I laughed the entire time. We watched Johnny English. I loved it. I haven't laughed that much in a while, so that was really, really nice. Now we're just going to chill out, maybe play some games, and I'll make pasta tonight. And we also took scooters to the shops to buy some lollies before the movies, and then we rode our scooters to the movies as well, so we got a bit of a workout. And I haven't been on scooters in a long time, so I feel like such a child right now because I used to use scooters every single day as a kid. I loved it, so I just feel like I'm just being a little kid and having lots and lots of fun. I think the last video you saw was of me babysitting, and that was on Tuesday. I didn't film anything yesterday. I was babysitting again. So it's now Thursday and I've woken up pretty sick, in all honesty. I knew this was coming. I've been burning myself out completely. I just had a shower, as you can see, and I realised in the shower that this week I'm going to be working over 50 hours. I actually really enjoy my job. Like, I have a lot of fun just hanging out with kids. Like, it doesn't feel like work to me whatsoever. But I think like doing that and trying to get enough sleep and just having balance in all other areas of my life is quite difficult. I'm realising. I am babysitting again for another 10 hours today. I do have to go very soon. I don't feel that good, in all honesty. I feel just like clogged up and lightheaded. So today I'm gonna drink a lot of water. I'm gonna have a lot of tea. I'm gonna take, if you've seen one of my videos, I talk about how to get over a cold, and so I'm gonna have like lemon water and honey because that always really helps me. And I've got these really disgusting olive leaf extract shots that I'm gonna take because that really helps. And I think I'm just gonna relax with the kids today. I'm not gonna like do anything too crazy, but it is 3 little boys, so we'll see how we go. I also think when I'm not emotionally with it, like I just get sick, and I never get sick. I just haven't been listening to my body, and that's what I usually tend to do. Like all these times when my body has said stay in bed, sleep, you know, I haven't done that. I've gotten up and I've gone and exercised, and I shouldn't have done it, so now I'm not going to. Otherwise, I've been feeling pretty good. I've been watching a lot of like podcasts and like TED Talks and videos, which has really made me feel a lot better, and like emotionally. And I've been, yesterday I spoke to one of my good friends on the phone for like several hours. Like, she was so helpful and nice, and we could just like relate to each other and help each other out a lot, which is really nice. And then also last night, just before I went to bed, I was speaking to one of my friend's moms, and she was just saying the nicest things because she was just checking up on me. And yeah, so I'm feeling a lot better emotionally, but it does change from day to day. Anyways, I do have to go now. I'll just take one of those yucky shots and then gotta go babysit. So this is what I take. It's olive leaf extract, and it's disgusting, but I mean it works. When I lived with my grandparents for a bit, every time I was sick, she would literally make me take this every day, and it always worked, but gosh, it's disgusting. Yeah, not any better at all. So I'm just babysitting at the moment, but because I'm not feeling too well, kind of a bit low on energy, and I personally have never had coffee before, so I'm not about to start today. But I do have something called a fizz stick, which is from the brand Arbonne, which is a company I work with, and pretty much it's a replacement for coffee. It just gives you a lot of energy and has lots of vitamins and everything in it. So I'm just going to put that in a glass of water just to give me some more energy, because I will be babysitting for another 10 hours at least. So yeah, I will give this a shot now. it's actually really warm outside, so I'm just enjoying my cup of tea and a slice of homemade banana bread, which is really nice. And as you may have seen, I put a big teaspoon of organic honey in my tea. That's not something I usually do at all, but because my throat is so sore, I know that honey generally really helps that, so just thought I would put that in my tea for today. Yeah, I don't really enjoy sweet tea anymore. I remember there was a time where I had like 3 huge teaspoons of sugar in all my tea, but I haven't put sugar in tea for a long time. It's literally so nice outside. I could sit here all day. There's not a cloud in the sky. So it's been a few hours now and I'm still babysitting. We went for a lovely little walk, we went to the bakery and stuff like that, and now they're just playing some PlayStation together. And so I thought I'd have a little chat because these project comeback vlogs that I've just started, this little mini series, is really just about showing the progress of me going from kind of a bad or difficult challenging time in my life and how I get out of it, because I know I will get out of it, so I might as well film the process, because I think sometimes, and I've been there myself, people get into such a bad state that they think there's no way out and it's gonna stay like that. And I guess I just want to be an example and show that it's not like that, and I'm literally saying this to help myself as well, because I can get into bad mindset sometimes, but I'm trying really hard not to, because at the end of the day I know when I'm in a good state I don't think like that. Like I know I can be happy and there's a light at the end of the tunnel and all of that sort of stuff. So I guess these vlogs is just showing bits of my day so that I can then show how my emotions change and what I learned throughout the day. I just think vlogs are a good way to show that, rather than just sit down videos filled with information. Like, I rather show it as it's happening sort of thing, because that's like raw and honest and real, and that's like really what my channel's about. I'll just update a few things of what I've learned over the last few days, or been reminded of, is just that pain is temporary. Like, it's not going to be there forever. So if you're going through a hard time, just know that it's temporary. And also I would like you to relate my vlogs and videos to yourself in your own life. Like, don't worry about what I'm going through or what I'm talking about. Just relate it to you and just take what you can from my vlogs, or just watch it as entertainment. I don't really mind. But yeah, I'm talking in a broad term so that it can relate to other people. It's not necessarily just about my life. Ask yourself, what can I do to fix this problem, or however many problems you're currently going through, and then, I don't know, write a list or just think about it, like little things you can do to make changes. Because I know for myself, if I have one big problem that I'm currently dealing with, I then think I get into a really bad mindset, and then I think of so many different problems and it like spiralizes, and then suddenly I feel like I've got more problems than I do like blessings in my life, and that's when it gets really bad. So it's important to just focus on one problem at the time and ask yourself how you can fix it, and then start to make those changes, because that's where it all turns around. And I think this is for me where it all started, because I realized I had been feeling crappy on one particular situation for so long, and it got to the point where I then said to myself, it's just gonna stay like this if you don't change anything, Sophia. Like, you are gonna continuously feel bad. It's not gonna get any better unless you change something. Like, you know what I mean? So I made big changes, and now slowly I'm feeling better. Like, it might be pain now in the short term, but long term it will bring me pleasure and will only bring me positives. Also, I use the app Todoist, which is just a to-do list app that I personally have been obsessed with literally for years. Like, they should sponsor me because I talk about it that much. On it I have my daily checklist of all the things I want to do every single day, so that I make sure I get those things done. For example, drinking a certain amount of water, doing exercise or stretching or reading or personal growth videos, etc, etc. And I realized there were a few things that I wasn't ticking off every day, some more than others. And so instead of just feeling crappy at the end of the day because, oh, didn't do yoga again today for the 4th day in a row, instead I have now adjusted my daily routine checklist so that I can achieve it, because I need to be realistic with myself. Like, if I haven't done yoga in 5 days, there's a reason for that. Like, I clearly don't feel like doing it every day. And I personally do love yoga, but I'm not in the time or place in my life right now where I can have a membership, because I'm about to go overseas for 5 weeks, and then very shortly after that I'm going for another holiday. So I'm gonna wait until after all those trips to then invest in a membership. It's a pretty big deal for me to invest in something like that. However, yoga is so good for me, and when I do go to the classes I feel amazing. And on my checklist I told myself to do yoga just at home every day, but it's just not the same. Like, I've really tried, but I think one of my favourite parts about yoga is like the group environment and the instructor saying things in such calming ways, and all the incense and the amazing room and everything. And no matter how many diffusers I have in my room, or the music or the YouTube video, it's just not the same. I don't know why. So I'm gonna do it when I really need it or feel like it, but I'm not gonna push myself to do it every day when it doesn't give me that feeling that I get when I go to a yoga class. Also, I know anxiety or feeling anxious is something a lot of people feel, and I think anxiety stems from a worry. So again, work out what it is you're worrying about, because then you can sort of, you know, work out ways how to not let that trigger you and get those things, like to not worry about those things, because then it won't trigger anxiety. And I know that's easier said than done, but I just think, like, instead of just dealing with all these emotions, just like, oh yeah, I get anxiety, can't do anything about it. Like, I know definitely it's very different from person to person, but I think sometimes if you just get an anxious feeling, like, not necessarily anything wrong with that, but if you want to try and get rid of it or deal with it, like, you need to work out what's triggering it and then try and figure out a way how to stop that from happening, if that makes any sense. Also, I don't know if any of you guys are new to my channel or have been following me for a while, but a few months ago I posted a video talking about that I went on a meditation retreat, and I loved that and I learned so much from it. And I was thinking about it the other day, like yesterday, that I felt so good after the meditation retreat and I learnt so much, but now that a few months have gone by, I've sort of stopped doing the things that I learnt from that. And because I'm now going through a phase where I'm trying to feel better and stuff, I want to go back and do the things that I learnt from my meditation retreat. For example, one of my favourite things on retreat was eating healthy, having time on my own, going for walks, obviously meditating, breathing calmly, and most importantly, detoxing from social media. And this month I can safely say I've done that. Yes, I've been using YouTube a lot and Facebook, but I have not been using Snapchat or Instagram, because that to me is just looking at other people's photos and what other people are doing, and I'm not really that interested in that. However, I use Facebook because I would like to talk about my YouTube channel and spread that in some way, otherwise no one's going to see my videos, and also to talk to my friends and family, most importantly. But I have this extension on my computer, so I actually can't see the Facebook newsfeed. So again, I'm not seeing what other people are doing, and I'm also not saying that, you know, I get upset every time I see someone doing something cool. Like, that's definitely not it. It's more just trying not to be on social media as much, and the only way for me to not do that is just to not have anything that makes me want to keep looking into things. So yeah, I'm just trying not to use social media as much, apart from talking to friends and family, just because it's nice to not be on my phone as much. And I have an app on my phone that shows me how much I've been using my phone, and I kid you not, when I lived in Denmark, I remember having this app and I used my phone for like over 6 hours a day. Like, I kid you not, which is so disgusting, and I couldn't do anything about it. Like, every day, like, I was on my phone for that long, and it got to the point where I was just ashamed, so I deleted the app so I couldn't see that anymore. Then when I moved to Australia, I have now gotten it again, and I was using my phone for like 3 hours or so a day, which I still thought was pretty bad. And again, I deleted it, but now I've gotten it back again, and because I've deleted Snapchat and Instagram, like just the apps off my phone, I have used my phone. It is, by the way, 4:30 p.m. and I've used my phone, oh, I don't know if you can see it, for 23 minutes today, and I think that's pretty good. And to be fair, that's because my phone's been on this entire video, because I've just got some notes about some things I want to mention in the video. So I'm pretty sure before I started filming it was on like 15 minutes or something, so I've barely used my phone today, which I think is so good. And it's honestly been around the half an hour mark every single day for quite a while now, so I'm really proud of myself for that, because I was someone that was very attached to my phone, but I'm just not interested in what other people are doing anymore. I don't feel the need to share photos about my life as much. Like, yes, I love filming YouTube videos because I want to look back on how I was feeling and thinking, because I know in a few years time this is going to be the coolest thing ever, and it will help people along the way, hopefully. Or at least I get messages all the time about people saying it helps them, so if it helps one person, I'm going to keep doing it. So yes, that was my little rant. I just didn't want to get too carried away with these videos just vlogging. I actually wanted to put in a purpose showing you the things I've been learning, because I guess that's the whole point of the project comeback, is to show my progress in turning around in certain areas of my life, if that makes sense. I really hope this helps people and people can relate in some way. Please let me know if it does, so I'm not just completely talking to myself, because I do like to know that it's helping, otherwise I feel like I'm wasting my time a bit. But I'm feeling pretty good. Like I said, it does change from day to day. I can feel completely fine, and then a few hours later or a few days later I'm not fine again. But as long as I keep in my head that it's temporary, it will get better, and time heals everything, I will be okay. I know I'll be okay. So it's about 5 o'clock now, and I've got 2 things left on my daily checklist that I have to do. One of them is meditation, so I can lie down somewhere, I can sit down or just do a few minutes of breathing, or I can listen to some meditation music, whatever I want. It really depends how I'm feeling. So I've got to do that, and that's why I've come outside, because it's such a nice day. I just feel like sitting out here for a few minutes. And the second thing is to sit for a moment and think or talk or write down how I'm feeling, because I want to check in with how I'm feeling every single day, because that's how I realise things, if there's patterns, everything like that. And I wanted to quickly talk about this because before I was telling you how I've been changing up my checklist and getting rid of the things that I wasn't doing so much and changing it so that I do achieve all the things I want to do every day. And one of those things was journaling. I've always believed in journaling. I've always thought it was very good, and there was definitely a time in my life where I did it every day for a long period of time. But I don't know if I've changed or just grown out of it or what it is, but I don't enjoy journaling as much anymore. I'll do it occasionally, but that's if I'm forcing myself to, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe actually I've just come to the realization it's because I do these personal growth videos on my channel every week, and I've felt that I've learnt so much through talking about things that I feel like it's a better outlet for me rather than journaling. Because I think when I journal, I spend so much time thinking about what to write, or so much time actually writing out my thoughts, when it's so much faster and easier just to say it or think it or something like that. So I changed on my checklist from journaling to just taking a moment to work out how I'm feeling. So I can either talk to myself or think to myself or pull out a camera like I am now and talk to myself. Today I think I'll just sit somewhere like after I meditate and ask myself a few questions, because I feel like I can work out how I'm feeling so much better and all of that by talking or thinking so much rather than journaling. However, if I ever do crave journaling, sure, I'll pull out my journal and do it, but I think I was asking too much of myself to force myself to journal every day when I really wasn't feeling it. Taz! Hard to meditate with a dog. Taz! Come here! Taz! Oh. This isn't as peaceful as I thought. Taz! Taz! Can't do it. I just can't do it right now. He's too annoying. You are too annoying. Taz! Taz! Not even a bar. Okay, so I just walked in the door, literally. I don't remember the last thing I filmed, but it was when I was babysitting. since then. I went straight to my grandma's house and had some dinner with her, which was really nice, and then I had dessert with one of my good friends and it was so good. We talked about some trips we want to go on together next year, which was cool, and we want to do like really cool things in terms of fitness and health and everything, which is just so cool. So we had a great time just catching up on things. And then I just got home and I just wanted to quickly end this vlog because I know it's getting pretty long now, and I'm going to keep doing these comeback vlogs and just vlogs in general and everything, get really active on my channel again, as lots of exciting things are coming up in terms of travel and everything, which is really exciting in the next few weeks. I can tell my sore throat's coming back because I've just been sitting outside for hours talking with my friend over hot chocolate and dessert, and so I'm gonna get into bed and I've got a few phone calls to make, so I'm gonna do that now and then go to sleep ready for a big day tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed and leave any comments or message me or anything, because I'd really appreciate your feedback so I know doing the right thing and you're learning from it or anything like that at all. I would really appreciate that, and it just really supports my channel. Thank you so much and I'll see you soon. Bye!